Series deciding here who's going to move on in playoffs. FlyQuest have fought valiantly to get here, but TSM, such a quick game number 4, putting a stop to FlyQuest's momentum and forcing this game 5.
This one, you said it best at the end of the last game. I hope this one is a close one. I hope we get another game similar to the first one, where it's just all the way down to the wire. You don't even know who's gonna win until the camera pans at the very end. That's the kind of League of Legends I want to see here. But let's see what we get, because TSM and FlyQuest have just been going back and forth the whole day. Wild Turtle is running the lethal tempo on the Varus. Sometimes if you see the comment, it means they might be going for more of a lethality-based build. Considering he's going to have a lot of tanks to chew through, I'm very glad he's not doing that. Lethality build seems pretty bad against the comp here from TSM. And yeah, we're going to see an early jungle invade here coming out from FlyQuest as they punch down that enemy ward, and we'll see if they want to stick around.
All right, anytime you have Olaf, you're looking at early game invades. No difference here. Santorin and Solo move right in, steal away the red buff. Sejuani has to give all priority over to the Olaf. She will just get mauled if they meet up. However, you have to play the vision game, and they do have vision on the Olaf. They know that it is a red into Raptors counter jungle for Santorin, so that does open up the opportunity for Dardoch. He knows that there's going to be another 20 seconds before Santorin gets over to his own red side, if he even goes to cut him off.
Yeah, we'll see if he tries to steal away the enemy red there, but again, if Santorin makes a fast path towards it after grabbing his own blue, which Olaf does clear very, very quickly, again, Dardoch does not want to meet him anywhere in the jungle. All right, Santorin is going to stop off for the Wolves here, but as soon as he sees Dardoch walking over that ward, he decides to move away from them, now back onto the camp after realizing that Dardoch isn't going all the way into his jungle. Dardoch using the sweeper, able to see that that ward has been placed down, and he'll continue moving into the enemy jungle here. Now, as Santorin collapses, Dardoch will not have the chance to stick around and get everything that he wants here. He'll be immediately chased out, and Santorin will maintain control over the bottom side river.
Now, the next important thing is which bottom lane can roam first, because they've got mid lane priority, they have jungle priority, but if the bottom lane here, Kabe is pushing it into the turret, allows Bilefrost and Kabe to move up, that can turn the tides here. And Dardoch is so happy to trade time with the Olaf, but he's going in too quick.
This fight is going real bad early on for TSM. Dardoch already killed off. Santorin at 200 HP. He's got to fall back, but that was just free for FlyQuest.
Blunder. Big blunder right there. The mid lane priority was there for FlyQuest. Power of Evil can add the damage, and I think the confidence was there for Dardoch to move in because his duo lane was close, but Ignar just got sprayed, and they don't have mid lane priority. You could give them the benefit of the doubt if they didn't pop that plant and just spray Ignar and didn't know Ignar was right there, but Bilefrost just hit the Scryer's Bloom, so that's a big blunder that will cost TSM dearly in a high, intense matchup.
Santorin looking to two-crab Dardoch, not only making sure that he's stealing away his camps, but stealing away all that neutral territory too. Has the assist money in his pocket, 10 CS up over his opponent. He can go back, shop up, grab that jungle item enchantment to make the smite that much more potent. Gets a control ward on his way back out, and Santorin is feeling good here in the jungle early on. Of course, Dardoch will be able to scale up into quite a big tank later on in the game, but not if the early game goes too far against him, and not against a champion like an Olaf that can really punish.
Exactly. There's never a point in the game where Sejuani is going to feel confident versus the Olaf. Right out of Champ Select, Olaf is like, all right, I got this.
Yup,
I'm Olaf. Champ Select. We're versus Sejuani. I got true damage. But with an early kill, okay, let's see what happens to Solo first. Mystery here.
Solo and Broken Blade into the 1v1. Nice flash coming out from Dardoch there to make sure that they can get that kill. He makes the mistake in the bottom side river, immediately makes up for it there on the top side, because Solo was slapping Broken Blade around in terms of farm, but Dardoch comes up and lends a helping hand.
Yeah, that's what Set does. He definitely slaps, especially early on.
Oh! Flash,
Ignar gets
there. Ignar with the flash with the hook, forcing Broken Blade's flash out in response.
Yeah, and that's one where you don't want to be caught sleeping or window shopping if you're looking at your shop or something a little bit lazy. You know, you can't counter flash that. So good to go for it for Ignar there. In the end, you know, worst of the worlds, he trades flash with the top laner and does even that summoner spell up for Solo. So it's not a incredibly devastating gank, but it's definitely a good move for Dardoch. And we were just talking about the matchup with Olaf. You cannot look to play with the Olaf or shadow him. You have to look to create stuff elsewhere on the map, and he does just that. In Champ Select, we were talking about the synergy of Sejuani with these solo laners, both of them being melee solo laners and stacking up those stuns. So definitely successful use there, but Power of Evil once again gets first push on the mid wave because he is Azir, has the extra range advantage on Echo, who can only throw out the Qs and wait for the returns. And Power of Evil is able to support Santorin in the jungle advantage that he has to give them a Drake stacking possibility.
Yeah, even though Dardoch saw what was going on, he was able to see Santorin and Power of Evil attempting to Drake. There's no way for him to go up and contest that when he's the only man there. Santorin now into the enemy jungle here once more. He'll steal away the chicken camp first. Solo has also already positioned himself behind their opponents. Santorin is going to be jumped on here, loses a lot of HP, but the Emperor's Divide comes down. Solo coming in from the side. Power of Evil low on mana. Solo still here fighting on the front line. Broken Blade taken very low. The Haymaker not quite able to take him down. They're still chasing after Dardoch. The axes are flying and Dardoch is down. FlyQuest get the fight.
That was quite the bait from Santorin because FlyQuest are very well aware. They can see Bjergsen's positioning. They know, all right, they are coming to collapse on me, the Olaf here, on Raptors. However, he baits it. He knows he's got his ultimate. He can get right out of the stun. And Solo, flanking around on the set, gets the big showstopper to misposition Broken Blade and allow them to chase down kill there for FlyQuest. Just pushing on this early game, really working out for FlyQuest in Game 5.
FlyQuest having the good early game that Olaf players need to have. Warrior already completed, man. 56 to 32 CS in the jungle. 1-0-1 here for Santorin. Off to a phenomenal start on this champion, and that just means he can facilitate his laners moving forward. Azir and Set are both frightening in the late game, so if this Olaf can help them get there, it'll mean a lot. It's a 4-man dive that's going to come out here in the bottom side from TSM. Ignar's the target at the start. Wild Turtle also going to be taken down below half HP. Santorin has showed up, looking to grab the damage onto Biofrost and finish him off. Kabe's going to eat some damage there from the turret, but over the wall comes Power of Evil. TSM have committed. They have killed both players they came for, but they lose 3 in the crossfire.
Call Power of Evil, Mr. Clean. He's there for all the extra kills after the dirty dive. 3 now on Azir. This is reeks of desperation. All right, TSM, they start up the dive. They do eventually get the stun and subsequent kill onto Turtle, but Biofrost has taken so much damage, Santorins can chase him down. Ignar buys more time by hooking in Kabe, getting the flash out of Kabe, then Power of Evil finally sweeps in after the mid lane roam. He's able to arrive trailing Bjergsen, and you are feeding more money onto this late game carry. If Olaf was getting all of these early kills, you could say that maybe you can maybe you can outplay it later, right? Because Olaf is a pretty linear champion, but Azir getting so many of these early kills is very bad news for TSM. And it is music to the FlyQuest fans' ears. They still remember the Azir from game number 3. It
was an hour ago. They better not be forgetting.
Hey, man, you know, sometimes you get caught up in game 5, action-packed. How did we get here? What happened?
What are these FlyQuest fans doing if they're forgetting game number 3 already? All right, well, Santorin has the Rift Herald. TSM managed to grab that in game number 4, but FlyQuest have been controlling it for the rest of the series, and they will go back to that control here. Santorin will have 4 minutes to decide where he wants to drop that, meaning he should be able to get plate money no matter where he drops it, as long as he does remember to use it. As Solo walks forward, stops Dardoch from stealing away the red, and maintains control over the jungle. Santorin is 2 levels ahead of Dardoch in this jungle.
That feels good for Olaf.
Feels fantastic, man.
You can
And
just
here
walk
comes Shelly.
anywhere. You can just walk anywhere on the map, and your team has priority. You can chase anyone down because you have the spammable slow, long range with the axes. You got the early jungle completion. Big power boost there from the warrior enchantment. Plenty of gold in inventory now. And you just get to walk mid lane. Boom, Shelly down, as you mentioned. Opens up the entire map. Now your Fed Azir also gets to roam. 20 seconds left on the dragon, though, and FlyQuest still have 3 people topside. I wonder if TSM try to sneak this dragon.
I mean, I don't even think it's a sneak at that point. I feel like FlyQuest is just saying, okay, you can have it.
So here's my reasoning for calling it a sneak. Summoner's Rift belongs to FlyQuest now.
Okay.
Anything on the map that they're taking is a little bit of a sneaky move. They're like, all right, quick, while they're all topside, let's grab this dragon, because if the map is even, then they will not be able to get it. So it is kind of a blessing here for TSM to be able to snag away this Ocean Drake, and they won't necessarily have to worry as much about the mid-game dragons. They know that they can now give up a few without having to get to a very early soul. But you can also see FlyQuest's choice in the matter, right? They wanted the early gold. They've already got first tower, all these plates down, and TSM have only taken a total of 3 plates. So the early game money that FlyQuest can get from all the plates off mid, all the plates off top, first turret bonus on top of it, and the majority of it all going into the pockets of their hard carry mid laner Power of Evil is music to their ears. They're looking to finish this game as quick as TSM finished the last one.
It's almost a 5K lead, 12.5 minutes into the game. They are absolutely demolishing TSM in this early game. Power of Evil with the Nashor's Tooth. He's moving up to just make sure there's no contest towards these red buffs. Dardoch is being choked out of the jungle from minute 1. Solo's not afraid of Broken Blade down here in the bottom side either. Look at that CS difference, 115 to 88. Start doing the sit-ups, man. You're doing everything besides that. Just let them know. Nope. All right.
Yeah,
so
man.
just
Yeah,
gonna
you got to do body workouts now. We're all in self-quarantine, so.
Yeah, you gotta. This is just tips for how to keep yourself in good shape and maintain a good outlook and positive physical health during these trying times. As Broken Blade keeps farming up, he's gonna have to. That's about all TSM can do, man. When you're 5,000 gold down 13 minutes in, you can't really go looking for any fights.
Yeah, so I'm saying you got to start stealing stuff off the map. What can we get now? All right. You wait till you see FlyQuest somewhere else, and you got I'm gonna steal something. We got to pick somebody, right? They've got a Nautilus ultimate. That's point and click. Plenty of CC with Sejuani as well. Problem is, they have to do it when FlyQuest aren't watching. Especially if Power of Evil has his eyes open. You know, there's teleport ready for him. On top side of the map, he's currently clearing. Maybe TSM can look to attack him rather than play somewhere else, since he does have teleport. If they had sent up Biofrost that just recalled, maybe bring several members with crowd control. It becomes very difficult, though, because it's a chain reaction. You lose all your outer towers, that means your map goes dark. You can't afford to get wards out because you have no defenses to fall back on with no outer turrets remaining. So it's a really difficult cascading effect to deal with for the side of TSM.
Now, Jat said that in game number 4, it was 5,500 gold. That was TSM's lead at 15.
Okay.
And that was twice as much as the previous 3 games put together. This game is over 6,000 gold lead with 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
3, 2, 1.
2, 1. Best early game of the series goes to FlyQuest here in game number 5 with a 6,000 gold edge over TSM, built off the back of Santorin and Power of Evil, punishing Dardoch specifically, but also TSM as a whole. Very well played from these guys when it really counts.
And look at that. Power of Evil rushing into a death cap second on Azir as well. He is really going to be laying out the damage. He can solo push this top side even. Biofrost or Ignar doesn't have to even remain on the top side. Usually you think, okay, we'll have Thresh trail you so our Azir doesn't get attacked. He doesn't have to spend, too many cooldowns to get out. But they can just move on in, take down all these TSM wards, and set up for this dragon. 50 seconds left. Solo! There you go. Steals something on the map. TSM looking to attack him.
Solo trying to get himself away here. 1v3 is not very good odds, even for a tanky champion, and he will be taken down. Good job there from TSM, taking the opportunity to make one of the plays that they can afford to make. It means that they give away the Rift Herald, but there's really not a chance for them to contest that anyway if FlyQuest is all up there. They're doing exactly what you were talking about. The entirety of TSM has to take the Sejuani mentality now and make plays wherever their opponents aren't.
Yep. All right. Gonna whiff a Varus ultimate here real quick, so no more picks. Teleport used for the dragon, though, and Solo comes up in 3 seconds, so he can use his as well. FlyQuest will be able to get that one. But again, TSM have the reset, even though they know FlyQuest guarantee get this dragon, trying to get something for themselves on the other side of the map. Bjergsen is split pushing top side with the Echo. Trying to get some more damage on that tower, got an extra minion wave for himself, and you do have to count your blessings at this point. And that pick onto Solo is certainly one of them for TSM.
Santorin soloing down this Drake by himself doesn't really have any difficulty doing so because he's so very strong here on this Olaf. Turtle and Ignar will walk over to make sure that they can take it down as swiftly as possible. That's 2 Drakes to the side of FlyQuest. As Power of Evil pushes up that bottom lane, he'll continue just farming up Solo. This champion is so incredibly powerful when given the opportunity to scale, and nothing has been able to even remotely impede that progress here in this game. Highest farm in the game, 3-0-1, 2 items fully completed, absolute monster on this Azir.
And usually you see one of 2 things as strategies to try and play into it. We talked about it. They're already fine with blind picking it, so there's no hard counters. But you can go 2 ways. Either super long range to try and poke at the Azir, because Azir does not have sustain. And there is no healing champion on the side of FlyQuest. TSM went the other route, though, and that is a more risky route, an all-in route, where you take multiple melee champions. Solo actually going to get dope again.
Solo is just the target of all the TSM animosity in the world. He uses the showstopper, but the chain CC comes down hard and heavy. And that means Solo will be taken out without being able to get a revenge kill here yet again. TSM, they get the kill, and they manage to take the turret down too. The trade, bottom lane tier 2 turret is gone. Santorin and Power of Evil working together to take that one out. Shelly's summoned up. She's going to get another charge here onto the inhibitor turret. Power of Evil and Santorin needing a couple more auto attacks. And that kill onto Solo, that tier 1 turret, ends up being traded for the inhib turret of TSM.
And even though on paper it looks like a bad deal, you kind of have to take those for TSM. You have to attack the weak side of the map. They get a kill, they get the top outer turret. They're finding gold in a FlyQuest world, basically. So FlyQuest, well, they do get more, and they open up an exposed inhibitor on bottom side. TSM trying to do the best they can with what they've been given here towards the mid game. And we need to look forward for FlyQuest. Baron is about to arrive on Summoner's Rift, and with a bottom lane exposed inhibitor, this provides you with a strong way of trying to pull TSM apart and force one of the bigger, more game-breaking objectives to take, so that you kind of force TSM out of this guerrilla warfare tactics where they're just popping out of the jungle, attacking solo with 4 people, and then retreating to defend.
And the thing is about the Baron, when you have a Zir and one Blade of the Ruined King user and another guy who's about to complete his Blade of the Ruined King, this FlyQuest squad can rush that objective down incredibly quickly if left unattended. Right now, they're not as concerned about that as they are with taking out the remaining tier 2 here on the map. Power of Evil will be the man in charge of this, sends the soldiers forward. Kabe stepping up to clear the wave out with the Infernum. Power of Evil will get about half the turret there. He has his team waiting nearby in the jungle just in case TSM tries to make some sort of a play. Solo and Broken Blade will remain on the other end of the map, both level 12, both with teleport ready to fire.
And here comes our critical point of the game, the breaking point. If TSM can actually stall this with the Baron baits available for FlyQuest, if they can keep the map split like this, Broken Blade successfully trying to split push down here on bottom side for the time being, but he gets chunked.
Ooh, Showstopper works out nicely to bring Broken Blade back into the turret, but it's an immediate flash as soon as he lands. He doesn't want anything to do with this situation. Santorin's coming around to try to help chase him down. Turtle shows up and throws out the chains of corruption, but now recognizes he's in a pretty bad spot. He uses Blade of the Ruined King to walk away without having to spend a summoner spell. Broken Blade misses both the Q knockup and the Infernal Chains, which means Turtle gets to walk out. TSM are not able to punish, and that is the tier 2 falling on the top side.
Yeah, I think some good jukes from Turtle there. As he saw in the river, the rest of TSM were coming down to try and get a pincer on him. So he was actually in a little bit of a difficult spot if he got hit by any one of those abilities. FlyQuest, though, during that time that they are seeing all of TSM head bottom, Power of Evil gets the secondary turret, and they do continue to increase the gold as Dragon number 3 sets up, and we are going to get our soul point very quickly here.
FlyQuest seeing if maybe there's a chance to just start a fight off with a 6,000 gold lead. You don't feel like you always need to be waiting. Ignar gets initiated on by Biofrost, who's going to be tanking a lot of damage there on the front line, and the Showstopper will do just that. It stops TSM in their tracks. Biofrost is killed. Broken Blade is coming around to make the flank, but he can't even get to the fight before they've already lost a man. Bjergsen in the back lines, trying to make a play now. Santorin goes into the stasis, the stopwatch keeping him safe, while the exhaust also made sure Bjergsen wasn't doing any real damage to anyone else. Broken Blade is still behind the pit. Solo and Santorin still marching forward. Power of Evil has decided to put it on his own shoulders to invade the enemy jungle, kill the enemy jungler, bring in the cavalry, take down Broken Blade, and he is annihilating TSM.
Oh, Power of Evil is a one step ahead of him, playing 4D chess here. While Bjergsen and Broken Blade are around the dragon and pull it out to start it up, he says, you don't have your jungler with you. You can't start this dragon. He goes to the source of the problem. He kills the Smite, kills Dardoch. FlyQuest now. There's no chance of a Smite steal, but maybe an ability or two.
Look at how fast that Baron is dropping. Secured by Wild Turtle, of all people. That was a little bit closer than it should have been. But all's well that ends well. FlyQuest take their Baron. They've got themselves on soul point. They've got nearly a 10,000 gold lead over their opponents, sitting around about 9K right now. Everything's coming up FlyQuest here in this 5th and final game to determine who goes to that championship qualifier.
And here they come. Baron-empowered recalls give them an instant reset. FlyQuest are very rich, and they are equipped to finish this game now. They can push bottom side, actually, even though Solo does not have teleports. Because bottom lane is exposed, he can just walk that minion wave up. They can go down mid, then rotate over, and have an easier route into TSM's base right now. Power of Evil, as long as they keep him safe, watch the positioning. Ignar should be positioning to the side of those carries, Turtle and Power of Evil, giving him some space so that they can make use of the reposition from the Lantern. As long as they do that and they both don't get caught in a Sejuani into Echo combination stun, FlyQuest should be able to use this Baron buff to finish off the inhibitors.
Inhibitor turret in mid lane has fallen. Solo's applying that pressure you were talking about in bottom. Inhibitor's already gone in mid. It's so easy for FlyQuest to just mow these things over. They don't seem too worried about TSM. They're still staying together, making sure the carries aren't exposed. There's no chance for TSM to find their initiation. Baron power play still around for another minute and 20, which means everybody from FlyQuest is going to go ahead, go back, shop, get their items, be ready to go, and now they're heading towards the top side of the map.
How far we have come for this FlyQuest team. What a bounce back this spring from last year. 2019 summer was a rough end for them, but picking up Power Vivo and Ignar has completely changed the way they play. Then adding Solo late into the split. I mean, these are some of the most impactful roster changes that we have seen from teams this year. And now they're poised to meet up with Evil Geniuses in the championship qualifying match. Baron buff empowered, only one inhibitor left, super minions already helping down both the other lanes. All they have to wait for is Solo to meet up with them. TSM looking for a counter move. They know they've got a few seconds before Solo could meet up. Maybe they could find a numbers advantage.
Over the wall goes the axe from Olaf, and that immediately shuts down the TSM playmakers. Biofrost now in trouble. The flash play, and Biofrost is done. It is a killing spree for Santorin. 3-0-4 here on the Olaf. 50 CS ahead of his opponent. FlyQuest in a 5v4. The inhibitor turret is the target. Dardoch's going in. He has no other choice. World Ender is on for Broken Blade, and Solo's into the back line. Dardoch is immediately destroyed, and FlyQuest have taken everything. The inhibitors are going, Bjergsen's going, he's just about gone. The exhaust makes it so he can barely move. The Nexus turrets will fall. TSM can do nothing but look on as FlyQuest put the finishing touches on this game, the finishing touches on this season, and the finishing touches on TSM. They will take themselves